I'm Loren. I'm a bit of an apprehensive performer, and I like to start my performances by describing myself. I'm a bit nervous tonight, but that's okay. I'm going to move this down a bit. Just down a bit. See my face. I'm a white person with short, dark brown hair, and right now I'm wearing blue jeans, a beige top with some purple flowers on, and a corduroy shirt that's reddish. I'm currently sitting on stage with a microphone, and I'm happy to be here. I like moving my body, Carly Rae Jepsen, and making things with my hands. The list of things I don't like is a lot longer than the list of things I do like. That's all you need to know before I start, except I'm going to take these clothes off and dance for you. I would like, just for a moment, to be fully present in the queer joy happening here tonight. It's hard to make space for joy. But whenever I get the chance, I'm trying to lean into the joy that's happening around me, especially if it's queer. But I'm doing really badly at leaning into joy because I've been grumpy. Or I assume I've appeared grumpy or a little removed. But I'm not grumpy. I'm sad and frustrated and angry, and I feel disempowered and unsupported and like I'm letting everybody down. I'm not saying this because I need anyone to worry about me. I'm saying this because I see it in my community too. And part of the reason that I'm feeling all of these things is that I am worried about us. I am worried that the space and time for joy is being pulled away from us, and I am worried that we are holding joy at arm's length, because how can we justify pleasure at a time like this? This is a 5-minute performance with 5 minutes of nuance, and I understand that saying times like this is such a shit way of articulating the state of politics and community and liberation on this embarrassing little island. But this can be a time for joy and silliness and pleasure. It is a radical act and an activism in itself to make time for joy and silliness and pleasure. Now is the time for lying on the beach naked with your partner in the perfect weather. Now is the time for spending ages making food for friends or making a new cuisine for a slightly apprehensive granny. Now is the time for calling in sick to work and having a mid-afternoon wank. And now is the time for fashion shows in the living room of clothes that you haven't worn in years, if that's nice. Now is the time for the Barbie movie. And for conversations in the smoking area or the queue for the toilet of your favourite queer club. Now is the time for Elaine Page on Sundays and her glorious laughter. For the Down Low podcast and for video essays on YouTube. Now is the time for bowling. Frisbee in the park, lounging in the sun or shade, cycling with no destination in mind. Now is the time for radical drag cabarets. And for finding liberation in your imagination in an incredible book. Now is the time for sleepovers. Now is the time for pinching a few flowers from your local park under the cover of darkness. Now is the time for composting. In the face of all this shit, now is the time for continuing to uphold joy and carving out space for lightness. Alongside all the work and struggle, the joy cannot be forgotten. Now is the time for riding the bus to the end of the line, just to see where it goes. For walking up and down every aisle of the supermarket. Now is the time for fucking and squirting, if you're into that sort of thing. Now is the time to listen to the same song on repeat because the satisfaction is unmatched. Now is the time to get crafty. Now is the time for cheap tickets for good queer art. Now is the time for prideful protest. And now is the time for dancing with joy and silliness and pleasure. Hit the music.
Did you know there are more than 350 breeds of horses in the world? And I am one of them. Old Billy was the oldest recorded horse who lived to the ripe old age of 62. This one is for you. Yeah! Long name, big, shiny coat, blue, long ears, so cute, nice tail, good mood. Good mood. Good mood. Long name, big, shiny coat, blue, long ears, so cute, nice tail, good mood. Good mood. Good mood. I walk, I trot, I lope, I gallop. 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 Saddle on, I'm ready now. I wanna run, climb down. Saddle on, I'm ready now. I wanna run, climb down. Climb down. I wanna run, climb down. I wanna run, climb down. Saddle on, I'm ready now. I wanna run, climb down. Saddle on, I'm ready now. I wanna run, climb down.
Thank you all so much for coming tonight. I hope you've had an amazing time. You've been the best audience we've probably seen in the past.